So I guess our story can best be described as a long obedience in the same direction. And that's because over a long period of time, I think we've seen God's faithfulness in our lives. We both became Christians kind of in the wake of the 70s Jesus movement.
After college, I moved to Fort Worth to have my first teaching job. And a year later, David moved to Fort Worth to attend graduate school. And during that time, we met each other through a mutual friend. And we started dating. And a year later, we were married, and that was June of 1982.
So even though we got off to, I think, really good starts in our Christian walk, we've had hard times. I mean, that just happens to everybody. We actually lost a baby early in our marriage through a miscarriage. Being young, married with a young family, financial hardships and, stressors of having enough money to make the bills and to pay for everything. Cindy and I both experienced the loss of all four of our parents within a very short period of time. It was within about 5 years. But the thing is, for us, I think we can say, is that during all of these times, we depended on the Lord, and He was really, really faithful.
Despite the loss of our first baby, God has blessed us. We had 2 amazing daughters who are now grown godly women, and we got an awesome son-in-law, and we have 2 wonderful granddaughters right now. And then despite us going through financial worries and stresses, we continue to give faithfully, and God helped us. He got us through. We made all the payments we needed to make, and He provided for us. And then when we recently lost each of our parents, it was a grieving time, but we had God walking with us, right by our side. He was there with us, and the beautiful community of Neartown Church was with us and really walked with us during that journey too.
So when our youngest was 2 weeks old, we moved from Fort Worth to Houston. We got connected to a large church, became a part of that church. Our girls grew up there and made friends there, and we served there. And when our girls were in high school, that was the first time we met Russell. He was on staff there, and started to get to know him.
Over the years of working with Russell at our church, he and Jeannie had started talking about and praying about planting a church in the city. David and I prayed about it, and we knew we needed to join them. We felt like we loved where we were, and we were very comfortable where we were, and we felt like we needed to be obedient and to move forward into something that maybe was uncomfortable for us. So when we made this decision, we had some friends asking us, why do you want to do that? Why do you want to move? And we just really felt like God was telling us this is what we need to do. And then we hit the roadblock of not being able to find a place to live. We needed to sell our house and then move downtown to be there. And we had people saying, isn't that God telling you shouldn't be doing this since you can't sell your house? But we knew in our hearts, this is exactly what we should be doing. And I think in, being obedient, part of that is waiting, which is really hard for most of us. But we can now, living all the life we've lived, we can go back and see all the moments that God has worked things out in His perfect timing, not in our timing, but His perfect timing. So part of being obedient and faithful is being patient and knowing God's got this, He's in control, and He knows what is best for us.
I want to encourage people, whatever stage of your Christian walk you're in, that God's going to be faithful, even though there are hard times. And it might just end up being a long obedience in the same direction, but God is going to be faithful.